What is up, Team Starlight? We are in the finals with my plant frogs on the left, facing off against Josh with Diva frogs. And he's going to kick it off quickly with a Moray of Greed.
We got some substitute action happening. Special swap, send the Treeborn.
Ooh, looks like I was going to say this looked like a spicy opening with Foolish, but I just sent Treeborn. Because I think my hand is a little slow. I have a Monarch and Lad. And if anyone's played Plant Frogs before, you already know that this is not the deck that you want to be running into the Frog Mirror. It's just, Lad is just not it.
Yeah, so we got another substitute coming down, and he's going to be able to cycle through more frogs.
Yep, this is pretty rough because he's going to be able to like thin out his whole deck, then Moray of Greed, which is the correct sequencing to do. Make sure you get your draws with the highest probability of hitting your broken cards and traps and stuff. And I did see he drew a water art, so it does pay off. And then he's going to go into a dupe plus flip-flop frog. So super good play from Josh here.
And we got the MST forcing this water art.
And now we get to see the peek at my hand. 2 discard traps, 2 Caiuses, and Light and Darkness Dragon. And he chooses to take a discard trap, which I was actually confused about. I just thought it would be a Caius, but when I'm just feeling down bad. I have to Caius this, but he knows my hand, and he's gonna fire heavy. I think he drew that for turn. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't have discarded a discard trap.
And he sits, I think, Torrential is what the trap that was in his hand.
Yeah, so I choose to just play into it. I go for Lone Fire, and I know I'm about to get punished here because it is torrential. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just thought that he wouldn't just set a torrential like that because if I just started beating in with Caius, he would have locked his own Treeborn. So I just was thinking he wouldn't have set that, but nah, I got cooked. I just have to accept it.
All right, and he's doing some more substitute stuff. Attacks him with swap for 1,000. And he just leaves the swap after bouncing the toad.
Yeah, and then you're in this awkward spot on my side where you're like, do I just Caius this swap frog and then potentially get Caius back? So I guess I just pass, which I guess turns out being the right play because he drew Caius, but it's kind of just all bad when you're down this much advantage.
Yeah, and he still has the Regeki break that he's probably gonna set. Oh, I think he just drew the Gores a little too late.
Yep, so here I'm forced to just make a play, so I do go for the Caius, and I think I have to set... I guess I choose not to set the Raigeki break here because I'm thinking his back row, it must be a Raigeki break. So I don't want to like let him end phase Raigeki break my back row and then Caius my monster. That's basically the logic that I had right there, but it doesn't matter because he just goes special swap then summon Caius.
Dude,
Anyways.
you could have special summoned the Gores and walled off for a turn. Maybe. I
Ah,
don't know.
Wait, actually, that's so true. No, that's actually good. I think I probably was cooked regardless based on like the hand advantage game, but I didn't even think about that. That's very true. I almost never just go for Gores on his burn effect.
Yeah, it doesn't come up a whole lot, and I kind of often forget it too. Like when you're in the moment, you're just like, "Oh, I'm cooked."
Yeah. So a few things happened there. I went for Titanial turn one, and then I discard trapped, and then he pro'd my Treeborn. And now I have Titanial and Dandy on board, and then he flips Water Art, taking my sub, which is a pretty huge hit. And now he's going to be able to do his sub play and wall off, which I don't have an immediate out to.
Yep, I figured that's what he was going for. He goes for the flop frog, just to put the Titanial back in your hand.
Yeah, so I drew a discard trap here, and I thought about like setting my discard trap and then just flipping it in standby to run over the flip flop, but it felt too neg just to deal with the flip flop. So instead, I choose to just let the Titanium come back to my hand and then set the dupe, and maybe I can just tribute summon it next turn. That's kind of what I was thinking in the moment.
Wow, just set a back row from Josh.
Yeah, and then here, because there's two back row, I just get scared. I just don't want to like tribute summon Titanial. And maybe it's too scared. I mean, we saw game one, I played with no fear and I got punished. And so here, maybe it's too much respect. I'm not sure. I actually don't remember what his back rows are.
Wow, and we got another water art getting flipped.
Yeah, I think he went summon, swap, chainlink 1 effect, then chainlink 2 water art, and then chainlink 3 torrential. So he did have the torrential, so I would have gotten punished either way.
And what did you set? Oh, you set the Treeborn Frog.
Right. Oh, and then Josh, thank you for reminding me that the dandy tokens do come out from the torrential that happened a little bit earlier, but now we're just draw passing, and I finally drew a playable monster, so we go Vanity's Fiend, and we go attack.
Oh, but he's got the Solex. Wow, into the Dark Dust Spirit. Was not expecting that.
Yeah, that was really, really good. Making the dupe miss timing and outing the vanities. And I choose to just Raigeki break it because Dark Dust is a problem in the mirror match. High key.
So we got a swap, summon swap, send Substitute. Get in for 1,000. I do see a lot of spells and traps in Josh's hand. No monster axis, which is giving you turns. But we got the Dust Shoot getting flipped.
Yep, that's a big dust shoot there. Potentially could have played around that by flipping a discard trap with priority in draw phase, but you were just gonna get owned if that's a discard trap in response and you assume that that's dust shoot. So I guess could have been the right play there, but wasn't. And then I Raigeki break an end phase here, hitting Josh's third water art. So thank God. Otherwise, he would have resolved all 3 water arts and dust shoot on me this game.
Wow, and his other set was Regeki Break. Does it on standby just to get the Treeborn back in action. But here he goes Salvage, gets 2 swaps. And it just summons one and starts poking in. He knows your hand, so he knows there's no Gores. Oh, and he has Moray again.
Yeah. Diva Frogs, this is super strong what he's doing here. The fact that he's had hand knowledge basically the whole game is really strong as well. And I've been in the dark because he just runs a lot of really strong chainable traps. So here I am again thinking, and I don't know if I have Treeborn access or not actually, if I even have. Well, I do, so I'm thinking, do I want to bring it back and Kai's a swap Brog? But again, that just feels kind of bad, but sometimes you just have to go for it. I don't know if I have other plays.
Well, we got the Caius eating a D prison. Really good for Josh.
Yeah, potentially I could have gone pitch special swap priority bounce this Caius. So maybe as I'm looking back here, potentially was a misplay on my part. He drops the vanities, and I'm going to discard Dandy with Lightning Vortex, and then start hitting in here with the swap Brog.
He is low, so you just need a few more connects from the swap frog.
Yeah, and I do have Caius as well, so he's very, very close to death. He's just gonna set even more back row here. And I'm looking in the grave, seeing what do I need to play around that's left. I think I'm just gonna keep going with the swap poke game.
Yeah, he's forced to mirror force. The little frog. Yeah, and you have the Regeki break, but you opt not to set it because he has a back row, which is a discard.
Yeah, I didn't want him to snipe it and then Caius me, but he just thinks it's worth it to do this anyways, and I don't even think he's wrong because it actually takes me off Treeborn completely here. And it deals with my whole board. So I actually think I should have set it anyways, because then he would have left me with a token and I could have Caius'd him back. So I think I'm maybe getting a little too cute here in the mirror trying to protect my discard traps when really it was just important to have a monster there, to be honest.
Yeah, and he would have been down to assuming that's not a chainable trap or a deep prison. He would have been down to 100 life points. Oh no, that would have been game because you burn him and then you attack.
Yeah, yeah, it would have been game if that's nothing that could stop anything. But it probably could have stopped it, but I think it would have been better to deal with that because now I have to Raigeki break that Caius instead. And again, the big point is I'm off Treeborn and I don't have a way to establish the Caius that's actually in my hand. I did have a Pot of Avarice this turn ago, so I got some draws, so I'm still kind of in it though.
Yeah, that turn you Caius, I would have brought back the Treeborn in attack because that was exact game. Oh no, but you did you do? I forget what you did, but maybe it was worth bringing it in attack. I don't know.
He goes for Diva here and just chooses to leave both on board, which has some merit in the frog matchup because you don't want to consolidate and then get hit by like a soul exchange or some sort of shenanigans here. I set a monster, pass the turn.
checking his extra deck, so synchro play coming? No, he just attacks. It's a dandy, so you have a token.
Yep, and I wing blast the new set. And finally here, I have my tribute fodder for Caius, but I haven't been able to, like, he has had back row the whole game. I wonder how many traps Josh plays.
Yeah, he was bricked for a little bit, but he got out of it. But here comes a Karma Cut, banishing the Caius. And we got Mermaid Archer going for a synchro play. That's gonna close out the game.
GG's, Josh. You cooked me.